What could I possibly want with these stinging nettles, eh? Morning folks, it's Andy here from Woodsman the Woodsman, and thanks for joining me. So today's video I've gathered some nettle here, and I mentioned in my last video that I wanted to have a practice at making natural cordage, and found big massive bunches of nettles all over the place. So this is what I'm going to do my first attempt on. I was inspired by Mark Bailey. On one of his latest videos he was showing how to do the reverse twist method, so that's what I'm going to practice today. I've had a mess about with it at home, practicing the technique on a piece of jute twine, but this will be the first time I do it from scratch. Hey bud. But it's a nice day. I've come out, to be honest, I've come out really early today, a lot earlier than what I usually do, because it's supposed to get quite hot and I want to get him home before the heat of the day comes in. So yeah, let's get started. So I've got about 7 stalks here, I think it is. And I am going to keep my gloves on. I know if you're careful enough you can pluck the leaves off and whatnot without stinging yourself, but to be honest, with this being the first time I've done it, I'm not going to chance it. I don't want stung. So, so I'm just going to keep the gloves on and pluck the leaves off. Just dispose of all these nettle leaves. I was planning on making a bit of nettle tea, but because of the ones that I found were older, and using older nettle leaves for tea aren't the best. So I read anyway. So that's them all stripped. I'm just going to get all the little excess bits off. So yeah, so it's finished. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. So I'm just going to use the flat of my knife to basically crush the stalks to break away the outer fibre that we're going to use for the cordage from the inners of the stalks. Especially where these bits, where these like knuckles are. They're hard to crush with your finger, so it's easy just to do it this way with the edge of the knife. Not the edge of the knife, the flat of your knife even. And then just do this with all of them, and then once I've done that, I'll start stripping away the outer fibres away from the main stem. and then we'll get into the real meat and bones of what this is all about. Fashioning it into some cordage. Just obviously be careful when you're doing this, because your fingers could potentially slip over the side of your blade and you can cut the tips of your fingers, so just be careful. Now we can start stripping these outer fibres away. That's it. That's all the outer fibres I've got. So on to the final stage. Weaving it all together, eh bud? You having it? Oh, you having it? Oh, you having it, are you? You're just going to have it? So we've got the starting one here. And what I'm going to do is half it like that, but then what I'm going to do is stagger it on one side for when I'm splicing in the other pieces. So you've got that bit there, you've got about 4 or 5 inches dangling by itself down there, and then this will be the top point. And what I'm just going to do is just basically twist them. I'll do a close-up of it, but twist them, and then eventually it'll want to twist in on itself and give you that starting point to do the reverse twist. Hopefully that makes sense, but I'll do a close-up so you see. And then we'll start twisting this bit to give us that initial twist where it starts. You keep twisting, eventually it'll want to bound round itself. And you pinch that together between your fingers. And that's your sort of starting point then. You take your forward one here, you're going to twist it towards you, away from yourself, and then back over. And then pinch it between your fingers, and do it again. It's really fiddly because it is really like wet, slimy. It's just slipping on my fingers. Don't know how well this is going to work out. I might need to leave it in the sun for a bit longer and let it dry. Work with it then. I don't know what would be better. Like I said, this is the first time I've done it, so this is all just trying out and see what happens. And that's what we've got so far. I mean, it is holding, but yeah, it's quite difficult with how wet it is. So I think what I'll do is I'll carry on and I'll bring you back when I'm about to splice another bit in. So I'm just getting ready to splice a bit in, a new bit into the cordage. I'm just going to roll it first to make it easier to weave in. And this is the bit I've got so far. It's probably about a foot, or yeah, about a foot and a bit so far. But this short piece, this is where I'm going to start the weave on. I've got this long piece, but this is where I want to start the weave. So basically just take your new piece, and then cross them over at the point you want to start weaving it in. Pinch it together, and then your small tag that you had left and your new piece that you're going to weave in, you twist them together, and then it's just the same thing. Twist them together and then over and round, and then there's the other piece. Twist it round, there's the new piece. Twist it and round, and then just carry on, and it weaves itself into the rest of the cordage. Putting in my last splice now, and yeah, that's all the material used up. I've got a fair amount. I think I've got about 3 foot so far. I'll probably have about 3.5, 4 foot by the time I finish this splice. It's a bit easier to manage now because it's starting to dry out a bit, so it's not as like slimy. Right, so I'm coming up to this really stringy stuff at the end of the cordage, and it's going to make it really thin by the time we get to the end. There's some thick parts going through it where I've spliced in new material, and it's been quite thick. Ideally, from what I've heard, it wants to be sort of the same thickness the whole way through. But for a first attempt, I'm happy enough. But what I'm going to do is just tie the end off here, so just to stop it coming undone at the end. As it tied off, and I'll cut this excess off at the end. And then where I've spliced them in, you have these like tag ends. So you can just cut them away. So just cut away any of the excess material. And the excess material where the tags where I've spliced in the new lens, you can cut them away. As I understand it, it doesn't do anything to the structure if it's weaved in properly. So yeah, that's it there. Pretty happy for our first attempt, to be honest. I think next time, if I was to do it again, what I'll probably do is let it dry out for a bit before I start weaving it, because when you first start it, it's still, there's so much moisture in it, it's really difficult to twist it without it slipping and mulching in your fingers. So yeah, next time I would let it dry out a bit longer before I started to do the reverse twist on it. But yeah, that's, what's that? Yeah, about 3 foot, 3.5 foot of cordage there. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Nettle cordage. Well folks, thanks for joining me on another video. I'm pretty happy how this turned out today for our first attempt at it, actually out in the woods doing it from scratch. Yeah, I'm happy with it turned out. Like I said, there's a few learning points. We're trying to keep the thickness of the various pieces the same thickness, so when you splice them in you don't get like really thick bits at the splicing joint and then it sort of narrows out again. But obviously this is going to dry out now when I get home, see how strong it becomes. Something else I could do with it is basically, you know, fold it in half in itself and then basically do the reverse twisting it again, and it'll make it a thicker, stronger piece of cordage. Obviously it'll be shorter, but it'll be even stronger than what it hopefully will be once it has all dried out and that. But yeah, pretty happy. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, head home, because the temperature's starting to rise now and Rusty's he's hanging out now and I've run out of water for the two of us. So head back home, start editing the video. But as always, you know, thanks for joining me. I'm always appreciative of you taking the time out of your day to watch my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.